Welcome back, wrestling WWE fans. Tonight, we dive into a story that American fans cannot stop talking about, and one that left the UK crowd in London reeling with disbelief. This is not just another headline, it's a scandal that has shaken the WWE universe to its core. Tiffany Stratton, a rising name in WWE, has always carried herself with poise and promise. But in recent days, shocking revelations on live television have left fans questioning everything they thought they knew about her. Across America, fans were in shock as whispers of betrayal and backstage tension spread like wildfire. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. Alright, we're halfway through, and things are about to take a serious turn. If you thought you knew where this was going, think again, this is where the real drama unfolds. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. The incident happened during what should have been a routine appearance. Tiffany was expected to deliver her usual confidence, but what unfolded live left both American arenas and British living rooms in silence. The look in her eyes, the slip of her words, it felt like the curtain had finally been pulled back. The US crowd erupted with chants, not of admiration, but of shock. They demanded answers, as if the very foundation of her character had been exposed. This wasn't just a performance anymore, this was reality bleeding into the spectacle. British fans in London couldn't believe it. Their chants, rooted in decades of UK wrestling tradition, shifted into a collective gasp. They had seen stars rise and fall before, but rarely had they witnessed someone unravel so openly before their very eyes. Backstage whispers told a darker story. Some said Tiffany was hiding personal struggles, while others hinted at conflicts with key figures inside WWE management. These weren't scripted feuds, these were scars of real betrayal and broken trust. For American fans, the scandal cut deep. They had embraced Tiffany as a star in the making, only to be confronted with rumors of arrogance, disputes, and even fractured relationships with fellow wrestlers. Across America, fans were in shock at how quickly admiration turned into doubt. In England, wrestling tradition values loyalty and legacy above all else. UK fans, who once cheered Tiffany as the future, now wondered if she had disrespected that tradition. The energy in London turned from celebration to heartbreak. The laughter she gave off during the segment, awkward, strained, and perhaps defiant, was replayed endlessly. Was she mocking the fans, or simply crumbling under pressure? The debate raged on across the US and UK alike. Inside the locker room, tension spread like wildfire. Wrestlers who once embraced Tiffany as a peer began to distance themselves. Some felt betrayed, others pitied her, and a few questioned whether she could even recover from this storm. The US crowd erupted with chants during her next appearance, each chant filled with anger and disappointment. They were no longer celebrating Tiffany Stratton, they were demanding her accountability. British fans in London couldn't believe the transformation. Just months earlier, they had seen her perform with flair and confidence, but now their support wavered. The disillusionment was palpable. Across America, fans were in shock as the story continued to unravel. Reports of personal sacrifices, strained friendships, and mounting pressure behind the scenes only added fuel to the fire. This was no longer just about wrestling, it was about survival. UK wrestling tradition was felt in every chant that echoed throughout London arenas, reminding Tiffany that the audience holds its heroes to a higher standard. In England, betrayal is not easily forgiven, and trust once broken is rarely repaired. The scandal raised uncomfortable questions about the cost of fame. How much of Tiffany's life had been consumed by the pursuit of stardom? And was this exposure on live TV truly an accident, or a reflection of the real cracks forming in her world? For American fans, the incident wasn't just entertainment. It was a reminder that behind the lights and cameras are human beings battling demons of their own. The shock came not from the spectacle, but from realizing the truth that couldn't be hidden. British fans in London couldn't believe they were witnessing a star collapse so quickly. The same audience that once cheered her name now debated her every move, as though deciding whether she still deserved her place in WWE history. The locker room grew colder. Wrestlers who believed in loyalty and respect now questioned Tiffany's values. Every step she took backstage was shadowed by doubt and suspicion. Across America, fans were in shock as tributes to her potential clashed with criticism of her character. Social media became divided, some defending her, others condemning her, and many simply mourning what felt like the loss of a rising star. UK wrestling tradition was felt in the way fans held her accountable, refusing to look away from the controversy. For them, this wasn't about canceling Tiffany, it was about demanding truth, integrity, and respect. The exposure on live TV may have been a single moment, but its ripples will echo for years. Tiffany Stratton is no longer just a superstar in the making, she is a symbol of how quickly trust can be broken in the world of wrestling. In the end, both American and British fans are left with the same question: can Tiffany recover, or is this the moment her legacy begins to crumble? Because in WWE, betrayal is never forgotten, and loyalty is the only currency that matters. And for Tiffany Stratton, the path forward will not be defined by championships, but by whether she can ever earn back the trust she has lost.